unusual shading of leaves in the elephant bush or miniature jade plant can be a sign of stress. If not identified and being treated in time, it can damage the plant, which we never want. So in this video, I'm going to highlight 5 major reasons that can be responsible for the unusual leaf drop in the elephant bush plant. Now, there has a little confusion between the miniature jade plant and the jade plant. This elephant bush or Portulacaria afra, also being known as the miniature jade or dwarf jade plant, whereas the Crassula ovata is the original jade plant. However, in this video, I only will explain the reasons for the miniature jade plant leaf loss. Reason number 1. The elephant bush or Portulacaria afra is a succulent plant because it holds water on their leaves and stems. Such plants are quite sensitive to uneven watering, which includes both overwatering and underwatering. Now first, let me explain the signs of overwatering. If you water a plant without its need, it can lead to overwatering. Mini jade plant is very susceptible to overwatering because it has thick leaves and stems that hold water. The overwatered soil shows a lack of oxygen, which causes root rot. The plant uptakes an excessive amount of water than its requirement, accumulates water on the leaves, which turns the leaves mushy and discolored. Overall, the plants start to show brown leaves and drastically loose leaves. Now, not only the overwatered plant, but also the underwatered condition leads to leaf drop. Since this plant is a succulent plant and holds water on their leaves, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes we totally forget or stop to water the plant. An underwatered elephant bush first shows wrinkled on leaves, which is a sign of lack of sufficient leaf moisture, as well as it turns the lower leaves yellow, the leaves start to dry out, and finally drop off. To avoid both overwatering and underwatering, check the soil moisture before watering the elephant bush. I water the plant thoroughly or soak the plant overnight when 80% soil feels dry. This plant is dormant to winter and utilizes less water. So water when 90% soil feels dry to prevent overwatering in the winter season. Also, the watering can be improved by providing an appropriate soil mix for this plant. I have used my cactus and succulent soil mix, which is a mixture of perlite, brick chips, coco peat and charcoal. I have a detailed video on the potting soil recipe, video link in the description box and pinned comment. You also can use commercial succulent and cactus soil mix or can prepare the soil by mixing up 50% coarse sand, 40% garden soil and 10% compost. Furthermore, the size of the pot also influences the reduction of watering issues. The roots of the miniature jade plants are fibrous and soft. Obviously, the mature old plants have thicker roots and bases. However, choose a pot based on the size of the root ball. Here, this variegated Portulacaria afra is planted in a 5-inch pot and becomes root-bound. So it needs a bigger pot. Now, if I repot it in an 8-inch or 10 inches pot, the pot will hold a lot of soil, which has a chance to be overwatered. So since the plant was in a 5-inch pot, I will repot it in a size bigger in this 6 inches pot. Reason number 2. Repotting an elephant bush also can be responsible for the leaf drop issue. The plant may experience transplantation shock after being repotted or moved to a new location, causing it to shed leaves temporarily as it adjusts to its new environment. After repotting, keep the plant in a cool, bright place where the plant will receive around 3 to 4 hours of bright indirect light for a week and gradually move the plant to a sunny place after a week of stabilization process. Reason number 3. Elephant bush doesn't respond well to sudden weather changes in growing conditions. Moving the plant from one place to another without acclimatization or changes of season from summer to winter or even winter dormancy can shade leaves in the miniature jade plant. Also, lightning, Temperature and humidity conditions can also affect the color of the leaves and overall the shape of the plant. Reason number 4. Sunlight is very important in plants' proper growth. Insufficient sunlight can drop the plant's leaves drastically. Sometimes people grow this plant as an indoor plant, but it's a plant for full sun. Prefers at least 3 hours of direct sunlight a day. Bright indirect light or shade places reduce the rate of photosynthesis in this plant and cause leaf drop. But if you want to grow the miniature jade plant indoors, then keep the plant under grow lights and ensure the plant is receiving 16 to 18 hours of light a day. Reason number 5. Pest infestation or bacterial infection can show rapid leaf loss in the elephant bush plant. Leafy succulents, as this one, are commonly sensitive to whiteflies and scale moths. Other pests, including mealybugs, spider mites, and fungus gnat larvae, also noticeable. Now, I like to use neem oil to control pest infestation. Add a teaspoon of neem oil in a liter of water. Also, add a few drops of shampoo, which will help to dissolve the neem oil with water. And spray the solution all over the infested plant twice a day and continue for a week. If you're interested in learning the easiest way to propagate this miniature jade plant, then check the video that is displayed on the screen. If you like this video so far, then it will be highly appreciated if you hit that like button and also support this channel by subscribing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.